We came out of Adams Creek north of Morehead City, and we crossed the Neuse River. The Neuse River, which you'll be hearing more about, was calm when we crossed it. And then ahead of us was the town of Oriental. A great little town, lots of boating-related activities. We were headed for a particular marina. Some dock managers are actual captains who can be very helpful. Others are nothing more than property managers. The slip that we had been assigned to was adequate, but at the last minute, while we were in the slipway coming in, they changed the slip on us. They put us in an area that was very shallow, and it was not a good place for us to be. Our propeller goes in a certain direction, which means when you put it in reverse, it's not like a car where it can go right or left or straight back. It wants to go to port, which is great. You can really use that to your advantage. But if port is 3 feet of water, you're not going to be able to use that. And so then you can have a real difficult time leaving a slip if you're not aware of where that slip exactly is. I'm not complaining. Actually, it is the captain's responsibility to know ahead of time of exactly where that slip is located and if they're going to be able to get out. Just because you can get into a slip doesn't mean you're going to be able to get out of it very easily, and it is the captain's responsibility. However, sometimes it's nice to have someone to help you. The thing about thunderstorms on the water is that the clouds can look so nice and not a storm cloud in sight, but then these nice clouds tend to then turn into a storm cloud really quickly. We were following them and watching them, and this thing developed probably, I'd say, within about 2 minutes. And then even quicker, the whole sky begins to get dark, and the thunderstorms, in this case, were actually right behind us and headed straight for us.
adventurous morning so far. So, getting out of our last slip at the Marina was a real challenge. We were up all night the night before trying to problem solve how to get out because of many factors. Maybe Vinny will get into that. But anyways, it was quite challenging, and Vinny did an excellent job. I'm always so impressed with my hubby. His ability to maneuver the boat in a really tight situation with other boats, with very tight quarters, with the wind pushing against us, and he got us out safe, and I'm just so grateful. And we had one of the dock masters got on with us, and we had to drop him off too, and Vinny did that too really well with another boat coming in to get gas. So I'm just always incredibly impressed with my husband. So then we get out, and we knew that there was a 20% chance of some storms, and sure enough, there's a beautiful thundercloud with lightning starting. So we had to then duck in to a little place here. Couldn't be nicer, with a boat coming and letting us know that this is their marina and giving us directions to get in. We actually skidded a little bit of ground getting in, but then we helped. Vinny did a good job. He got us off of that, and we're tied up now at their T head, gonna wait out the storm. It should blow by us, and then hopefully we can get to our next destination. So, all in a few hours.
Hey everybody. Well, that was about the most exciting 4.5 miles that I've had in a while. I should have, insisted on a different slip, but by the time we got in there, basically
We were just grateful to get in.
we were grateful just to get in. And I had a couple of marina backup, some creeks and different things like that in case the storms came up, because this is the time of year for it. But we can't just sit there and wait for a perfect day, because there are no perfect days this time of year, and we got to make forward progress. We certainly wouldn't want to get caught here, in a month from now when there's hurricanes. So we just need to get out of here, get out of this part of the country. So, long story short, it was clear when we left, and sure enough, a big thunderstorm popped up, headed right towards us, and so I was able to come in to this marina. Actually, it's a yacht club, but we went aground coming in the channel because it was really shallow. So we've got a 5-foot keel. I think it's great to have a 5-foot keel. I don't know if I would want one that's only 3 feet. It is an issue getting into certain places with 5-foot keel. So we're here now waiting out the storm, and then we will continue our forward progress. So there's a lot to learn, a lot to be aware of, a lot of planning that needs to happen before you ever untie the lines.
We're taking a break and just waiting for the big storm to pass. Well, is it a big storm? It's a storm big enough for us.
It's a storm cell that we wouldn't want to be caught out in, that's for sure.